Mm-hmm.
Coddle didn't really get any of the stuff I'd have liked to see with the Mercy ult.
No, and well, yeah.
All right. You want to skip up 1 minute with me? Stargate?
Yes.
You want to
We
skip
can
up
start with
1
me.
minute?
Oh, yes.
Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, click. I'm at like 3 seconds to start.
Me too.
Cool. Looks like a pretty much uncontested rune. River. PA grab top.
Mm-hmm. And then Spirit Breaker and myself going bottom. They're
No first
TPing
blood.
with Vino.
So you guys have your Marcy mid. That's interesting. She's also got this neat bubble effect on her hands. What's going on with that? Is that sidekick or some weird effect I'm
Yeah?
getting? Maybe it's because of Janata? I don't know what that is, but it's cool. So we got Marcy with a kind of tanky, stunny right click build and gold steel mid versus a Coddle with Unleash and Venomous Scale
Oh my.
and Solar
She has a
Bind.
lot of damage. Mm-hmm.
I really like this Coddle's build. That's like great. Show up out of nowhere, double slow, dot, and then just start blasting away with Unleash. Let's look top next. We've got some action going on. Looks like Abaddon's maybe about to give up first blood.
Oh, he's in trouble.
He does give up first blood to that PA. We already talked
Mm-hmm.
about PA spelled a lot. But hey, this is a new moment in this video. So if you're watching right now, welcome. Thanks for joining. You may not be a Patreon yet, but you could be. And if you had been watching already, that means you are a Patreon. So, you know, thanks for watching if you're on Patreon, and welcome to the video if you're not. Let's look at these builds top. We got PA with this killer right-click build, coup de grace, presence, Phantom Strike, and a very random last pick of Mist Coil. Seems fine.
Mm-hmm. No,
Bat-
no lockdown, unfortunately. But
Nope. Bat has like the start of an amazing build, but I feel like he never really got the ability to tie it all together. Like
no,
Leech
he did
Seed,
not.
isn't it? Leech Seed's okay damage over time, but yeah, Napalm, Chakra Magic, that's fantastic. Could really just let him spam like crazy.
Even
Flaming
if he had like
Lasso's
Flame
good,
Break.
but like yeah, he really just needs something. Uh oh, looks like PA's about to give up a life. Ooh, yep, there's that Wild
Yep,
Axes.
there it is.
That casual 12th pick Wild Axes.
Yeah, that was random.
Speaking of that Wild
should,
Axes, check out this Abaddon build. We got Borrowed Time, Firefly, Spirits, and Wild Axes. Very solid axe build. And with him is Io with Shuriken Toss and Stifling Dagger. And it looks like he's just going to be harassing lane with Luminate early. Seems good. Kind of like an annoying range harass the poke build. But then also Nether Strike. I don't know why he has that. Alright, and then bottom. Let's look at the enemy team first. We've got Venomancer with a pretty good right click build. Inner Beast for attack speed, Necromastery for some damage, Track for some movement speed and crit, and to help that farm to make those last hits easy. Like, seems good. Aphotic Shield is nice on Veno too because he's just a squishy hero.
Yep.
And then Shadow Fiend with the most ridiculous right click build in the game, I think. Curse and Poison Sting. Like, one right click and you're not going anywhere. It's very cool. Spirit Form, Overcharge is good. I guess Spirit Form, if he gets Ags eventually, is something the team desperately needs since they don't really have much crowd control.
Yep.
We have
Yeah, I mean they have very little lockdown.
Stargate. Hey, I know Stargate. With Dispose and that beautiful root to go with Dispose for a nice easy pickup. What's the root called? Nature's Grasp. Yeah, that
That's
seems
the
good.
one.
Tossing him back into a Nature's Grasp is very solid. 1 point each on the Spirit Breaker, who is Spirit Breaker, but instead of Nether Strike, he's got Overgrowth. I don't know, trades out guaranteed lockdown for guaranteed lockdown. Seems good to me. We are almost 5 minutes in. Radiant is already up some amount. It's 3-2. Let's check out net worth. Yeah, it looks like PA and Spiritbreaker are already running away with the net worth. A little bit PA, much more so Spiritbreaker. I'm actually surprised PA is having a good early game considering he's against Illuminate. It's really hard to stay in lane and find
Stay
time
in
to
lane
last
at all?
hits. Yeah, Illuminate can really just shove you out of lane hard. And like it looks like Io's landing them. At least as I've been watching, he's landed a bunch of them. In fact, they're just cleaned up PA.
This Coddle too, I thought they would be doing better mid with that Venomous Gale.
That just
Even right now, Ninja's charging him under tower, and they're just gonna pick him off. That
yeah,
Janata.
that's a nice pickup. It's like Shadow Fiend tried to TP to help, but it just was not enough.
No.
Let's go back 10 seconds, because I wasn't watching that fight.
Okay.
Oh, maybe 20 seconds. Maybe 30 seconds. I'm at 5:10. Seem good?
Yeah, I'm 5'10".
Alright, and
they're charging down mid.
Spearbreaker just runs down mid. Cuddle was already kind of low. But, oh yeah, that Janata just blasts him. Oh, the Janata sidekick. Yeah.
And that communication, too, was solid. Like, he actually, engaged on that charge.
I noticed the Primal Roar was also up, so while that already
and Coddle
was a nice
had no
clean
mana.
pickup, yeah.
So now we have another charge coming at this Vino, and he's going to grab him.
Yep. Gets a nice, very well-timed bash there. Vino makes a bit of an awkward turn, but it looks like Coddle showing up should save the Vino. Maybe, unless you have a beautiful dispose, stun both of them. Under tower is always a dangerous
I'm going
spot
to get grabbed,
fight.
though. Yeah, that was a mistake. I did save our Spirit Breaker, though.
Yeah, but PA disconnect, which is unfortunate. Coddle's looking for trouble.
They come back.
Yeah, he reconnects pretty much immediately. So, Io and Abaddon are actually killing it on Network right now. Remarkably, both of them are at the top of the list. Followed by Marcy, who must have gotten some gold from Janata for that net worth. And then followed by Vino. And their team is up in kills. So looking at this game right now, if I was a betting man, and I'm not, but if I was, I'd be saying this looks good for Dire so far.
Yep.
At least laning phase, but I also happen to know you guys have all the crowd control.
You mean for Radiant? You would give it for Radiant? Yeah, they had a.
I mean, right now they have a gold lead. They just lost their kill lead. I didn't see who died, but they just lost their kill lead. Looks like Marcy's setting up top. Let's go on this Abaddon while he's still level 5. Jeez, Marcy just slaps. Ends up having to back out with Blur because she's running through fire. And Vino showed up. Gets picked off, in fact. PA does something aggressive, but there's a lot of slow on their team. PA gets cleaned up.
There it is.
And Coddle's on the way too. Looks like this is a dead bat. Spirit Breaker has to cancel his charge. That is a good fight for Radiant. Io's way ahead of net worth now. I assume this is a T1 here, unless you guys get a great defense together. I see a double damage mid and PA kind of close to it, but PA's jungling.
Yeah, I think they just hold this.
Yeah,
they're gonna take that tower.
Double damage. Yeah, top gets taken, but I like this a lot. That dispose. It's not in range of the grass, but Spirit Breaker picks up that double damage and just immediately charges on the Shadow Fiend. And that's an easy pickup. A real fast kill. I put Spirit Breaker up to 3rd in net worth. That's a good fight. It's just one pick off, but little moves like that can make all the difference when you're having a bit of a tough start.
Mm-hmm. Whew. That dispose is really strong.
Yep. Looks like...
And I get Aether Lens eventually, and Aether Lens and dispose is, oh my.
Oh, does that work?
Oh yeah.
That's silly.
Oh, it's just so far range.
Does it increase the throw distance as well?
Uh-huh.
Io shows up bottom, keeping his lead for now. So both teams are doing pretty well with the vision game. Got a charge.
No, he didn't do it.
On the Shadow
But this
Fiend, but has
Io
to
is so
cancel.
weird with the Nether Strike. I don't get that.
Yeah, nothing about his build says I want to be close to you.
Uh-uh.
Another good Illuminate. Immediately gets the damage onto Marcy when Marcy comes bottom. Looks like a few of you are posturing up bottom, though. You're TPing down also.
Yep.
I have a feeling like this should be a good fight for you. I don't know if they're ready to get here and help. PA's kind of stalking Abbott on top, and Coddle's focused on the tower mid, so
They
maybe
just don't have the
show up in
lockdown or
time.
the BKBs yet. So, you know.
Yeah. Illuminate keeps you guys pushed off the tower for another time, and Coddle did in fact show up right now. Hanging out in Viz, looking for the fight. Bat gets tracked. That's their cue to go. But try new Admiral Akbar. It's a trap serial. Nice double
I have some
lockdown
wards,
from
though.
Spirit Breaker. Yep.
So.
And
Yeah.
oh, looks like Bat's not.
Yeah, they're
getting out.
getting trapped.
I don't think Ninja's gonna get out either. Yeah, all that slow really stacks up.
I'm gonna get trapped here too.
Yep. This fight started well and got a kill, but if you leave a Shadow Fiend and Coddle alive, there's no walking out of this.
No, you can't run away.
If anything, you guys maybe could have just turned and fought. You might have gotten one more kill before you all died.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to know when you're just
I think
not gonna be
Unleash
able
is
to walk
terrifying
out.
too.
Yeah, you hear that.
You know,
Doosh, and makes you want to run away.
you instinctually want to run. Mm-hmm.
PA is a big.
PTSD.
PA with Pig Pole, the best item. So, 12 minutes in, Radiant is up 5 kills and 2k gold. Top positions on net worth go to Io and Abaddon. I actually hate that. I want to see the top positions on gold be this Shadow Fiend and this Vino. Is there the real right-click carries on this team? Well, that bumped the Vino up to 4th place, getting that kill on the Bat Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like PA's on his way to a Battle Fury. 12 minutes in, he's got the ring and a broadsword. Seems pretty good. Almost enough gold for the Claymore already. Spirit Breaker's rocking phase boots. Trying to go on the IO, but the rest of the team is there, so he has to back off. Looks like you might save him from getting pushed under tower with that tether. Yep,
He TP's out too.
TP's right out from under the Unleash. You know, they don't have any lockdown, so you guys are going to be able to TP out if they're not too fast with the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Marcy TP's under tower, but into the middle of 3 enemy heroes. It's a little sus. Gets a nice stun on the IO. Gets some good damage on the IO. Is running alone into 3 enemy heroes. That's aggressive, but all that slow. You guys catch up, grab the Shadow Fiend. That's a dead Shadow Fiend, almost certainly. Yeah. Charge goes on the Coddle. I don't know if you guys can see the IO escaping right below that. But honestly,
we lose him. But the Coddle we get. And I put a ward down.
Yep. Get some vision.
Yep.
so he can't invis out. Seems like a good fight. And you're all close still. Oh, that's cool. So you can just follow him with tether.
Yeah, and I figured you have to take tether off and then apply it on when he's charging.
Interesting. I feel like if you let him get to like just inside the maximum cast range of tether. Oh, that was interesting. You hit the relocate right after he started charging.
I know, that was a mistake. Yeah.
And you guys both end up in fountain, no longer charging. Good way to
Well,
get a
we're both
shop
getting
in, though.
healed.
Yeah, good way to get your heal and shop in. And he jumps on this Vino, who is not going to have any way to get out of all this. 4 heroes on him? No way.
Nope.
The IO's right there also, but you guys don't have vision on their high ground right now, so you don't see it. Meanwhile, they're pushing your bottom T1 successfully. Oh, not successfully. Glyph to save the day. And now you guys are all rotating bottom. Looks like
And
the
of course,
charge
I'd
comes
hitch a
out.
ride again with charge.
Charge comes out on the coddle. Spirit Breaker is able to lock them down with Overgrowth long enough for y'all to get there. Pull the Shadow Fiend out of position. Yeah, it looks like you're leveled up enough now that your abilities have come online.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really much more able to dictate the pace of the fights. You're still trading at this point. Oh man. Big stun on the IO. I guess Marcy's had enough of those Illuminates coming out of the back of the fights. Nice stun. Saves the bat. Nice tether. Keeps the Marcy up. And that Dispose rolls the Vino out of position. But you've got IO giving chase right now, so... Yeah, comes with another big Illuminate. IO's been doing some killer damage with the Illuminates this game. PA shows up, though.
It's because of the stifling dagger.
Yeah, he's able to slow people and keep them in place for
the hit.
Illuminate. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Your Phantom Assassin just stopped and fought Shadow Fiends, and IO also just stopped, turned around, and set up another big Illuminate. Their Abaddon is crushing it on net worth. That's a little bit surprising to me. Oh, he's got Wild Axes. I guess he's got a good build for taking off. Still no Ags. He went for Wraith Pact before Ags. Well, I'm going to have to give a strong disagree on that pick.
It was a lot of farm, but...
Yeah, but I have no idea why he needs the Wraith Pact. I mean, he's doing well with it. But, like, Wild Axes is on cooldown right now. I feel like he could have thrown a couple Wild Axes and picked you both off if he had the 2 mana items from Ags and the Ags for that fight. So the last, like, 5 minutes from 12 to 17 have just been totally action-packed. Constant support going bottom. And just a huge brawl that just lasted for more like 5 kills on each side.
Forever.
Yeah. And they're up only 2 kills. Spearbreaker and PA have moved up significantly in the farm. Looks like PA has been doing a lot of jungling now that he's got his Battle Fury. He's going for the stacked armor melt and a Battle Fury. I really like that with presence. And you and Spearbreaker are running out top. Nice immediate bash. Followed up with a dust. And that's an easy pickoff for the Spearbreaker. Now there's 3 of you on their top tower, while everybody else is hanging out mid. Mid T1 is down.
We're getting top tier 1 though.
Yep. It's good.
Well, that Illuminate chases us off.
Yeah, indeed, no top tier 1 just yet. Meanwhile, Abaddon's rotating to pressure the bottom tier 2. Which is interesting. That shows that he's really confident in his ability to escape. Either that or he just has good map awareness and knows you're all top right now. And he's
Well,
just
he has
trying to show
borrowed
the
time.
wave. Yeah, he's got borrowed time. He's got Firefly. He doesn't actually stick around to push. He was just shoving the lane. But, I mean, shoving the lane from the opposite side of the river is dangerous.
With a Spirit Breaker? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A Spirit Breaker who eventually gets break, too.
So, coming up on 20 minutes. Looks like Spirit Breaker's going for his Ags. That's going to give him Eyes in the Forest and the improved Charge of Darkness. Which I like. He's been your primary engage with Charge of Darkness. Targets a creep accidentally going top, but with Bulldoze and the Invis, he's able to get on Vino. PA stays on. PA doesn't really have Chase. He's got Engage with Phantom Strike, but he's struggling when that's on cooldown. Marcy blows the sidekick while you guys are retreating. And 3 of them show up. No Io, though. Looks like Io's looking to keep bottom pushed out. That is a big way for him to eat. You know, I think this may be one of the problems their team had, is that their Io is real high in net worth. Higher than both Shadow Fiend and Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, well, he's 8-1 with that Illuminate thing.
Yeah, he's doing great with the Illuminate, but this is like the, what do I call this? I see this all the time in games of Dota. I don't have a name for it, but I need one, because it's like the fallacy
the
of
nuker
the caster
taking...
getting all the kills, where it seems like they're doing great early, but once BKBs come out, once endgame items come out, they just can't win the game with all their kills. So despite an aggressive start and lots of kills, like you said, their Io's now 8-2, gave up his second death right now, and we've been watching him blow up every fight with Illuminate. It's not going to hold up against somebody like Spirit Breaker, who is having an even better game. Currently 14-2.
I think too they're not playing together, even at this point in the game.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of TPs to support each other. Like everybody
Yeah,
that's
but right
alive
now
on
there's
their
only
team
3.
is in jungle right now.
I guess it's because they're dead.
Yeah, Io's still in base. Vino's still in base. But yeah, this is 3 of them engaging onto you guys.
That's true.
Spirit Breaker has ended up very deep and not with you guys. They actually do a good job with this fight. But yeah, like Shadow Fiend and Coddle need to be together. That stack slow is one of the biggest strengths their team has.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think they should be there more.
The Abaddon has picked up his Ags. Shadow Fiend is struggling. Looks like he's trying to build a Scatty. I kind of hate it. I feel like Scatty just does things his build already does and doesn't really give him anything new.
What item would you suggest?
Just any other right-click stuff. Like, he's already got so much slow on hit from Poison Sting and Curse.
So, like,
he's already got
crit or
attack
something
speed
like
from
that?
Overcharge. Yeah, I'd like to see, like, Mask of Madness just for the damage and lifesteal for early farm. And then, yeah, crit. Probably Shadowblade, since he doesn't have much in the way of escape.
True.
Shadowblade into Silver Edge.
Yep.
Io's got kind of a support build going on. He's got a Mechanism and an Aether Lens. Still shoving out lanes and getting farm with his Illuminate. Growing less impactful in fights, though. Coddle's got a Maelstrom. I love Maelstrom with Unleash. That seems fantastic. He's also building Armor Melt.
Deso.
Seems good. I don't see any reason for him not to go damage items.
I love how we just picked them off right there. We just grab a kill.
This fight is 100% Spirit Breaker's fight. And despite him dying, he's done enough that you guys already got a couple kills. Although, when the Shadow Fiend and the Coddler together, yeah, he actually just finished his scatty. That was a timing fight for his scatty, so while it's
my
not
relocate
great,
too
it
pulled
is
me back.
still pretty good. A couple of you have gotten out though. I don't know why Shadow Fiend isn't sticking with Coddle right here. That's a great example of them failing to teamwork, because if they just both right-clicked on the Mercy, that would have been one more kill there. Looks like the Vino's also going Maelstrom. I don't really love Maelstrom on this Vino. I mean, it's fine. Looks like he's also going to go MKB. I don't know why he's not just going crit. He's already got attack speed and damage. You gotta have crit on carries. It's so important. Bat's got Blink and Boots. Sure, Blink into Lasso seems great. He shouldn't have a ton of gold, and in fact, he is very low on the net worth. That seems great. Marcy is disturbingly low on the net worth. I don't know what's going on with that. You guys have been winning fights, and she's got Janata. I have no idea how she's failing to pick up gold. She's got a Maelstrom. Kind of an interesting build decision. Maybe like to see S&Y on a character like that just needs cap close. And here we have Spirit Breaker going bottom again.
Yep.
Easy pick off on the Vino. Pops his dust. He's got Echo Saber, Shadow Blade. Kind of surprised there's no BKB, but considering they just don't have any hard lockdown, I guess going damage items makes more sense. Here he's gonna get the IO, I think. Maybe the mechanism saves him. No, he's got the second charge because of the Ags. That's a good pickup on Spirit Breaker.
And there those two show up.
Coddle and Shadow Fiend together is scary, but you guys are getting more and more capable of dealing with it. Let's see. PA. He's finished his Desolator. He's finished his Orb. He's finished his Battle Fury. So he's going BKB next. Mostly looks great. I'd maybe like to see him do something with those boots. Maybe travels. Maybe pick up a Yasha also, because while he can get on people with Phantom Strike, he's really struggling with keeping up after he does that. I guess BKB is vaguely a solution there. Keeps the slows off him at least. And that leaves us with you. With Mana Boots and a Rod of Potatoes. Seems good. A little bit low on the net worth, but that's okay. You're a support.
All the wards.
Where are you on the net worth? Am I blind?
I'm on the bottom.
Oh yeah. You're all the way on the bottom of net worth, but that's fine. Yeah, I see a lot of vision bottom from you. I see some nice tree vision up top from Spirit Breaker. I really like that he's got a couple deep wards. Those can make such a huge difference when you're trying to figure out where you can fight. This synergy he's got, Eyes in the Forest with Charge Spirit Breaker build. Like, I 100% trade Nether Strike for map awareness on Spirit Breaker. That's such a good build.
It really complements. It's like, oh, I need to be able to see them to charge. Okay, I'll put the vision where I want it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. You guys pick up... Oh no, that goes to IO. Vito just finished his Monkey King bar. They're shoving up mid here. They're being very aggressive, fighting all the way under the tier 2. They do pick up Mercy, but, I mean, this is a hell of a commit. They get Spirit Breaker 2. PA gets some good damage out before he goes down. They actually just got a 4-for-1 under tower.
Yeah, it feels bad.
That's very concerning. I guess they're all preemptively compensating for Blur, which is why they're going for Monkey King bars. Not a terrible decision, I suppose. I'd rather see the carries with crit, but if they can't hit the PA at all, that's all that crit won't do them any good, so... And Abaddon looks like he's gonna be able to enforce the push with his ult. BKB, Ags, I totally get on Abaddon. I'd love to just see like a big mana item and him throwing a lot more axes. He's being a little bit conservative with them, and once he's got the Ags, you just want to spam them constantly. Such a strong ability when you really get the stacks piled up. I guess Wraith Pact has mana, but it's low mana regen. It's only 2 mana regen. I don't know. It's a weird build decision. Still don't love it.
And meanwhile, our racks are gone.
Yep.
We catch the Vino staying too long.
You promptly drop a ward, though. And clean up their vision on your high ground. That's good. And Spirit Breaker's off again, although it's just to clean up creeps.
Mm-hmm.
Marcy and PA both go pretty deep. After losing a fight, that is bold. Looks like PA's just hungry for farm. It's queued up an Abyssal Blade. I still really
We
love
have
to
vision
see,
too, though.
Still really love to see PA with some better mobility items.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Fiend's all but done with his Monkey King bar. Coddle with the Maelstrom Desolator. Considering he's got Unleash, I really like this build. Normally, I'd want to see attack speed if there's going to be a Maelstrom involved, but this seems excellent. I don't know about Wraith Bands with this build. Or sorry, not Wraith Bands, Null Talismans with this build. I don't feel like...
Coddle?
Yeah, as an intel hero with Venomous Gale, which is only 105 mana, and Solar Bind, and a very cheap turn in Viz, a very cheap alt, like, I don't feel like mana was ever going to be a problem for him. I feel like those could be...
It's damage too, technically.
Yeah, I guess it's damage, but like...
And it cools down the abilities as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mana cost. No, it's mana cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spirit Breaker goes in and gets out immediately. Goes back in to save you. It works.
Yep.
Gets on Vino, picks up that kill. Gets his BK up so he can BKB up so he can close on the Shadow Fiend.
Yep.
That was an excellent fight. 3 kills, no deaths. That's the kind of fight you need to get back in this game. So we're 30 minutes in. Abaddon is still leading the net worth. You know, same fallacy. Like, Abaddon's not going to carry them to victory with a caster build. He's building, like, Heart and Wraith Pact. He's playing like he's, like, an Aura tank support. But he's leading the net worth. That's all wrong to me. Oh, man. He gets lots of damage on all 4 of you, but gets pulled out of position by the bat. BKBs come out. Once his ult wears off, PA jumps on him, and he goes down fast. That triple armor melt on PA is very scary. Spirit Breaker's forced to TP mid to protect the towers, but he's got charge, so he can get back in the fight. Now you've got all 4 of you all set to push bottom. They are respawning and recently dead, respectively, so you've got some time here. But PA disconnects again. You're forced to back off. That's fine.
Now you said triple armor melt. I see Presence of the Dark Lord and Desolator. Am I missing something?
Orb Corrosion. Also, the talent. So I guess quad armor. Oh no, he doesn't have the talent. The talent is gone.
It does not. It's gone.
Huh. All right. Gets his Abyssal Blade done. So we're 33 minutes in, and your team is starting to hit big items now. Marcy now has an armlet. I love that. Really boosts her damage up. Almost done with BKB. Bat's got an Aether Lens to go with his Blink, so he can stay out of the fights a little bit more. Spirit Breaker picked up a Yasha. Well, I can't bash Spirit Breaker because he obviously did great this game. But I think getting travels instead of the Yasha might be the better pick. And leaves you another item slot free to get some big damage items later. He's already got crit off the Silver Edge though. So he's doing very well for himself. He's also going to go for a heart. Oh man, look at that damage on the IO.
Just instantaneous too, because of that
Yeah,
that Silver Edge.
BKB lets him keep it up. He's also got the Quicksilver Amulet, so he's just flying across the map when he goes in. Really impressive damage. Abaddon's able to hold you off for a little while. But, you know, once his ult wears off and his BKB wears off... Alright, under the fountain may be a little bit much for Spirit Breaker, but Bat pulls him way out of position. PA is able to secure him with the Abyssal Blade. And that is a 5 for nothing. Time to push. You have to go back to hold your bottom lane. But rest of your team's got a great fight here. Suddenly, for the first time in this game, you guys are ahead in net worth. Your PA and your Spirit Breaker are at the top of the net worth chart. Your team's up 2k, and you're up 6 kills. I think this turns around big time late game for you. PA with crit and a Battle Fury can just really shove lanes in fast. And yeah, that Illuminate is just not that scary anymore.
It really isn't, no.
Early game when it's, you know, a third or half your health, it's bad news. But at this point in the game, you ate it under tower, and it's just not a huge deal. So, you guys have backed off. Looks like you're going to pick up a Roshan before you try to high ground. This makes a lot of sense. They're pretty much all back up. Everybody but Abaddon, but they had 4 people to do that high ground defense, and sure enough, they're just standing on their high ground waiting for you. Literally 3
allowing
people.
for us to get it uncontested.
Yeah, totally uncontested, and your vision is just creeping further and further across the map. You got wards and leaves all over the place. This is starting to look like writing on the wall. Now you're up 5k after picking up Roshan. Abaddon calls for the defense bottom, but instead is actually just going to get grabbed out of position. His ult doesn't save him. That must have been because of the break from Spirit Breaker. Yeah, Silver Edge is on cooldown. Yep. That's beautiful. What a great pickoff. And now their team's highest net worth by 5,000 gold is out of the next big fight. You guys have plenty of space to pressure bottom, which is what Spirit Breaker goes for. That tower's going to go down in no time, and with that heart, he can just stand under it. The rest of you are keeping pressure on top. I'm kind of surprised PA isn't simultaneously pushing in top. That seems like what he should be doing to me. But bottom is getting high grounded. Team's not there, but the creeps are going to take it. Meanwhile, the fight mid is big. Shadow Fiend gets caught by Batrider and pulled out front. Dispose. Oh yeah, that Aether Lens Dispose is real far out of position. You guys are able to take the mid tower. The bottom tower has defended itself from creeps, but now that you're in their base, I think this game is all but over. You don't quite pick up the Vino, but that's another all of them for none of you. Started with that Abaddon being way out of position. Io is now the bottom of net worth. This is badly turned around for him. Well, just above Batrider. And you guys are actually just going to skip the side lanes and end the game right here. I don't think you actually need to put this much pressure on if you wanted to back off. It seems like you guys have this in the bag and can win fights pretty much at will here. Oh yeah, PA does the PA thing. He's also got a butterfly and just deletes Vino right at the edge of Fountain. PA's back up. Or sorry, Abaddon's back up, but PA gets on him immediately. There goes his ult, but there's just too much from you guys. And the Ancient goes down before Abaddon does. GG. That was a hell of a fight. I'm going to pause the gameplay right there for a second and say thank you so much. If you made it to the end of the video, please actually like the video. That's huge. I hope you're already subscribed. We're about to do a scoreboard analysis for my Patreons. If you want to see that or support the channel, the best way to do that is through Patreon. So thank you so much to any Patreons that are going to get to see the rest of this video. And thanks to everybody else that watched. Take it easy, all my regular YouTube viewers. We'll see you on the next one.